Okay. So the airbag control module is held on by T40 star bolts, but they're not any star bolts. They're the security star bolts, and I thought I didn't have one, but I did. So you're gonna need a T40 security bolt to remove this main crossbar. It's actually not the crossbar that's connected that way. It's the bracket that holds the airbag control module is bolted to the floor and to this bracket, so if you take that, you can't take the bracket out without undoing the airbag control. So just come watch. Alright, so as you can see, we have the airbag control module out, and the dash is pretty loose. Only got 2 more nuts to release. And the whole dash bar is pretty much done at this point. There's a couple more things that need off. And the dash bar is officially removed. Awesome, so now we can start pulling the wiring. Alright, so as you guys saw, we got the dash, the entire dashboard, and the dash bar out today. And next up is we got to pull all the wiring and get it out of the way so we can pull the heater boxes and AC boxes. We still have to disconnect the AC and the heater hoses that are in here in the engine bay. And as soon as we're ready and we can pull them out, and then we got to pull the wiring through the firewall. There's a couple places it goes through, and then it also goes through this fender over here. This is the main bulk harness, and that enters the fender well right there. So there's a lot to do, and again, still have a deadline. So our deadline is September 28th. The car's got to be running and driving and ready to be taken on a 5-hour trip and daily driven 20 minutes a day. 20 plus minutes a day. So we got to get this car cracking. We got to get this one, all the shit we need off of it. We got to get it out of here. We got to get mine in here, do everything we just did in the last 2 episodes, and get it running and driving. So we will see you guys in the next video. Smaller gun. That's on my list. Nothing. I do this. Alright, so we got it out, and there was no wiring plugged into this one. Main things you want to do is you want to make sure you unclip your drain from the engine bay so it can pull through the hole. In mine it was on this side, and the video I watched it was on the other side. The only plug I unplugged was this plug right here, and you can access that before you even get it all out. Everything else is mechanical, and as we showed you in the last video, uses these tabs to do everything, and it's all manual control. I believe the newer ones are different, so we'll figure that out when the time comes. But okay, that's out. There's our ECU. We got to get all the wiring and the ECU out, so we'll do that now. Alright, so basically what I'm doing now is I'm getting all the boost controller wiring and everything unplugged from its areas because it's got to go through the firewall. It's part of the bulk harness in the inside. What's not part of the bulk harness is this. This is part of a whole separate harness. I believe it comes out through there, and that runs all your headlights. I believe that runs across. Gets your horns. Yep, that runs across, and it runs all the way over there. It runs into this harness, so I have to get that harness out. We won't have to do it for the inside harness, but we're gonna have to pull it anyway. All of this has to come through and get tore out throughout here. That means the condenser's got to come out. It's got to be pulled through, and then that comes apart. I believe you have to pull that all through the inside also. So it's a lot of work to get the engine harness out for what it is, but right now we're going to work on getting this so we can get this big plug through the firewall. There it goes. So this is the first bulkhead that kind of comes out of the firewall. Is your boost controller. All these wires here for your trans, I believe they're for. No, those are for your trans. Yeah, whatever these are for. Basically, this is kind of all your like WRX turbo, and then your MAF. That's this section of everything. So it's been about a week since the last clip was filmed. I work at the end of the week, work on the car at the beginning of the week, so it's been about a week since then. I am ready to pull the harness out of the car. I did a little work off camera. I do not have my cameraman today, so I'm going to try to film as much as I can. I'm not making any promises. But yeah, we're about ready to lift the harness up, pick it up, and remove it out of the car. I have to remove the front cowl and a couple other things real quick, and other than that we're ready to go. Well, we got the harness out. It's almost time for this car to go outside. Gotta get the engine harness out, but it's almost time for this car to go outside and stay outside. Alright, so I'm dirty as frig. Somehow I got real dirty, but we got the harness out. I'm sorry I haven't been filming much. Not having my film guy here is a little irritating because I can't work and film at the same time, and I got a deadline. I got about 14 days including today. A couple hours of work and we got all the harnesses out. We'll show you. This is the engine harness. That's the bulk that goes in the inside. Yeah. There's the engine plugs. Plug in the intake. There's your kind of hot wire harness. The ground, the battery, I can't really, it's got an amp wire to it, starter, your fuse box with power wire, ground to the battery, and power to the battery, which I gotta figure out what the deal is with that because it is all taped up, so it's weird. And as you saw, if you did, I don't remember, got the passenger side harness all the way out, or the interior harness all the way out, and there's what inside of the Subaru looks like now. But there's still like your airbag and whatever that is, and the rear harness and all the door harnesses and stuff, your clutch pedal and everything, and that your steering column. That's the major one that's probably gonna have to be swapped. Basically, this is gonna get pushed out. My car's gonna get pushed in. and we will find out if we need anything else in this. I'm sure we will, but we can find that out later. I do have a sneaking suspicion that the steering column is going to have to be swapped, because the cruise control on this car is the same type of system with the same type of module, but the cruise button is not at the end of the little stick on the steering wheel. It's a button next to your fog light button. So we'll figure that out when the time comes, just like we'll figure out the power antenna and everything. I don't know if I'm going to cut this off or continue pulling my car apart. I don't know, but we'll see you when we see you. So.